And now, it's time for Socially Awkward Media with Levack and Goz. Awkward on 104.5 The Team.
Socially Awkward Media. You tweet it, you post it on Facebook, you email it to us, you call, whatever, man. You get your social media on in our direction at the Jeff Levack, at Tom Goz, TOMGOZZ, at I am Matt Woods, or of course, the biggest tweet of them all, 104.5 The Team, and we will have fun with or at your expense.
You said Facebook as well, right? Facebook.com/1045 The Team. Yeah, oh yeah, we love Facebook.
Never lost!
John leads off Socially Awkward Media this week. John tweeted in, let's play the what if game for a minute. What if the Philadelphia Eagles were to win this year's Super Bowl? Does Nick
Georgia, babe. Okay.
Where did that come from? Does Nick Foles really go into camp next season as a Super Bowl winning backup? Let's ask Field Yates the same question and coming up in a few minutes. But what do you make of John's comment? Can he really be the backup?
I mean, I think he does end up being the backup unless there's the kind of trade that blows the minds of the front office of the Eagles, because, I mean, look how valuable he was this year. Look how important he was. Look how hard it was for him to find a gig. He is, I'm trying to look and see, roster bonus 2019 years automatically void. So there's basically a team option. They can cut him loose, but they also have him for 3 more years at about $5.5 million a year.
Ooh, for a backup quarterback?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't let him walk. I mean, if a team gives you a really nice draft pick, a first or second rounder, because Foles looked good in a handful of games, and they're going to ignore how he played in his former teams before, like the Rams and the Chiefs. I would still have Nick Foles as the backup unless it's a great deal you just can't refuse. Yeah,
I'm trying to figure this out now. Hold on. 2019 to 2021 years automatically void if on the roster the 23rd day of the 2019 league year. So if he makes the team in 2019, his contract voids?
Maybe it's a renegotiation between him and the team. Like they have to reset the pricing, which is a pretty nice wager by the agent. And now you're hoping that your client's going to play by him then so he can make more money, because if it's really $5 million a year, that's way below the price that he probably thinks he's worth.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's an interesting one. Yeah, if I'm the Eagles, I do everything I can to make it work, because I'm not paying that much to Wentz right now. So between the two of them, I could split it up and pay for one starting quarterback.
Michelle tweeted this in. Michelle wrote, as a Giants fan, I can't root for Philadelphia. As much as it hurts to root for the Patriots, though, maybe I'll just watch the Puppy Bowl this year.
That's fantastic. The Puppy Bowl, phenomenal.
Good for her. Heather tweeted this in. Heather wrote in, hey, Levack, thank you so much for tweeting out that map. People are talking so much crap to me about my Eagles. Sad panda.
Sad panda, underused. Also, I appreciate it. Also nice to know that good-looking women listen to the show. So thank you very much.
People love your map about Philadelphia versus New England, who they're rooting for. 46 out of 50 states all rooting for the Eagles.
And it's funny because that was all based on hashtags like Go Eagles, Fly, one more, whatever. Then people show me other maps that use other ways of whether it's just whatever. And it's still only like 3 or 4 states that are supporting the Patriots. And some of the other maps, parts of Texas are very vocal for the Pats, which are really close to Dallas, oddly enough.
Michael George tweeted this in. Michael George wrote it, after hearing Levack rattle off football odds, I think he needs this. He sent you a picture of the gambling addiction hotline number.
What? Not everybody knows the spread for the last 20 Super Bowls? That makes me weird. The worst part is I think I lost on 18 of them.
And plus, your friend did all that anyways.
Do you want to know how it started? Do you want to know how it started?
No.
I'll tell you. Oh, all right, I'll tell about my friend. My friend and his mother used to bet $1 on every Super Bowl.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I owed my mom a lot. I mean, my friend owed my mom. I owed my mom a lot of money.
You ever seen that How I Met Your Mother episode?
I lost $4 in a row on the Buffalo Bills.
Barney Stinson does that same thing where he's never he's a football fan, but all of a sudden someone hands him that first bet on a Super Bowl.
Oh.
And then he's betting the American national anthem. He's betting the coin toss, all those things.
That's how it goes, man. You go to Vegas for the day. You win on the 1 o'clock games. You're like, oh my God, this is great. Then you take that money, you put it on the 4 o'clock games. You win again. You're like, this is amazing. You win the 8 o'clock game, and then it's over. It's the most expensive winning day of your life.
For your
or
friends.
so I'm told.
Yeah, for your friends.
Yeah.
Boston Dan's brother, I think this is. So we're digging it. Boston Dan's brother, Barry. Boston Barry wrote into the show. He wrote, I'll tell you guys two things. Number one, this whole Brady saga is literally taking years off of my life. And number two, I firmly believe that if Brady were in doubt, he would not go into the game with only one active quarterback, unless Bill Belichick thinks Ryan Allen can sling it.
Which, if there was anybody who probably believes in Ryan Allen, and I would have to take Ryan Allen seriously afterwards, could be Belichick.
If Ryan Allen walked into this room right now and 5 other people did, would we be able
I'd
to
ask him where my pizza was. He was clearly a delivery guy. No,
Brady did not look injured. He just did it, but he's Tom Brady.
A little bit. He did not look. He didn't early. He almost, and I don't think it was injured as much as overcompensating to prove he wasn't injured.
And I gave that credit to Jacksonville Jaguar defense. I thought the Jaguar defense was just making some nice plays. If you're a Patriot fan, maybe you thought it wasn't the Jags defense, and you thought it was Brady not being Brady and throwing for 400 yards like you can. Samara, right? Samara's how you say this name?
Sammy.
She wrote the Bloody Mary beef jerky. So good. You're going to be there this weekend.
Beef Jerky Outlet, 1-year anniversary. Big sales through the whole store all weekend long, starting tomorrow. Hers is the Bloody Mary's her favorite. Mine's the prime rib one. I love that.
I had the honey barbecue one a few seconds ago. Oh, my goodness. That is so good.
How about the bacon jerky?
Yeah.
How about taking everything I love and just turning it into jerky and I don't hate it at all?
I got this tweet from Corey. Corey tweeted in, he wrote, all right, guys, I got a riddle for you. And maybe you can listen, maybe you can figure this out, because I couldn't figure it out. I have 4 horses, I have 3 goats, 28 chickens, 2 sheep, 1 dog. How many animals do I have? That's a legit tweet I got this week, asking me to figure out how many animals you had. Now, if you do the math quickly, it adds up to 38 animals. So you guess the answer is 38. Corey wrote back to me, nope, you get it? The 28 chickens got 8. Oh. But he wrote the number 8 rather than the word 8, which is...
Yeah, that's why that's a verbal joke, Corey. That's not a written joke.
We'll move on. Our pal Zach By, who works out in Denver now, doing a great job covering the Senior Bowl this week, but he did something that I got to give him credit for. He was out covering the Senior Bowl with his co-host, interviewing the GM of the San Francisco 49ers, John Lynch. But in his picture, he was wearing a WWE, I should say WCW, NWO shirt. He inspired me, Levack. What do you make of Zach By covering real-life sporting events in wrestling outfits?
It's time everybody knows the truth about our good friend Zach By, who used to work here and now does radio out in Denver. Basketball star from St. Rose. He's a nerd. He loves the wrestling. He loves wrestling as much, if not more, than Goz and Traffic Guy Vinny.
The fact that he did the event in the wrestling shirt. Now, here's the thing. We're in radio.
I have an NWO shirt somewhere.
Oh, that's awesome. Like, we're in radio, so usually people don't care what we wear as long as we sound good on the air. The fact that he got busted rocking the shirt at the Senior Bowl, shout out to Zach By doing big things. Dan wrote this in. I think it's our pal Daniel Snyder. He wrote this in. Hey, guys, how do we get the broadcast for the new XFL? He's already trying to maneuver his way into a job for the XFL. It's been on for an hour, Dan. An hour. And you're already trying to get a job with him.
I would probably, what is it, Alpha Sports?
Yep.
And isn't the wrestling one Titan or something like that?
Might be, yeah.
So I would send my audio to those two with a resume.
Not us. We have no influence on that.
We can't even get jobs with the AFL and they like us.
Rusty wrote this, and I'm telling you guys, this could work, the XFL. It can work this time. They need to be the near complete opposite of the NFL in every way possible. And they need to sign Johnny Football.
I don't disagree with that. I think you bring in, I think you do go WWE a little bit. You have Johnny Football on like the Vegas team, and you have like Tim Tebow on, the Vatican City team or something. You know what I mean? Like the face versus heel is big. Everybody, no matter what sport it is, look, Kevin Durant's a villain now. It's fun. Like you can still do face and heel and have real athletics that aren't scripted.
Johnny Manziel has tweeted at the XFL already. He tweeted hashtag XFL 2020 at Vince McMahon. And then he roasted Darren Ravel, who he called Dan Ravel on Twitter, and wrote hashtag Dan Ravel boom roasted. Reference to The Office. And probably Levack, and I know I'm speaking, and I don't know how many tweets you've gotten along in your career here, but for me, this is the most awkward tweet I've ever received, and you've received it as well. From the same person this week, Bocce. Bocce tweeted both you and I separately with the same question, quote, what does Levack smell like, and what does the Gozmeister smell like?
He asked you what you smell like?
He asked you what I smelled like, and then separately he asked me what you smelled like.
I must have just blocked it out.
Yeah, so
I told him I smell like restraining odor.
I don't know what you want, but I smell like beef jerky today, Bocce. I had a lot of beef jerky, so that's what I smell like today.
Goz has no odor whatsoever. I have never noticed Goz's odor ever.
Perfect. We're going to sleep.
Right?
We're going to be sleeping in the same hotel room for the next week, so we'll see if that stays the same.
Well, I just, like I said, not that I've ever like walked up and like, but at the same time, like I've never noticed an odor from Goz.
Thank you, Levack. That's good. Bocce, unfortunately, we've let you down. We don't have that, so.